match?
Oh, absolutely.
Here we go. Let's do this. Take it away, SS guy.
Okay, so we're going to start out. We have P2P with Gibus versus Ghoul02.
Yeah, Ghoul02, we just saw his Rosalina square off against Critter, and that match was not pretty. That was not pretty. That was not pretty. The disjointed hitboxes combined with that massive knockback from Ike proved to be far too much for Ghoul to handle. And now he has to go against a character who also can have some ridiculous knockback at times and has no problem whatsoever dealing with Luma immediately.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Lucario is one of those characters that a lot of his moves are really safe on Luma. I think the thing with Luma is you get most of your knockback around when she takes 15% damage, but Lucario has those moves that out-prioritize that with dash attack and forward air. So it's not an issue at all compared to a character such as that won't have doesn't have it as accessible of a forward air.
And you know, I was thinking maybe Ghoul02 could just utilize the shield more, but even notice the way that Gibus is using those dash attacks. He's purposely overshooting it in a way where Ghoul cannot net the shield grab afterwards.
Well, he's zoning. He's doing a very different type of style of zoning because it's not catching. It's he's trying to space with the Luma. Ooh, almost gets him with the Luma.
Nearly.
But it's just, I mean, it's pretty close because Ghoul's got. I mean, it's not too impossible of a lead, but Lucario he's building the aura up, and I feel like, as you saw right there, I think Gibus has control of this match regardless of how much damage he's taken.
Yeah, and honestly, if it's not even a matter of Ghoul putting on the percentage. It's whether or not he can take out the stocks, right? And the fact that Luma isn't in play means that those up airs aren't nearly as strong as we're seeing Ghoul really struggling to close out some of these stocks as the damage and the knockback increases, going for that fully charged up smash. Ghoul knows better than to run into that.
That would have been a despicable hard read.
Yeah, that would have made me go ahead and take another shower. I took a shower before coming here.
Made very quick work of that Luma too. It's proving time and time again. It's catches him with the up air or up smash, and that's going to be the first stock.
Yeah, and that's one really big thing. I think the way that Gibus played that so close to face made it just so difficult for Ghoul to really set up anything with Luma. Right? You didn't have any time to set up Luma because he'd go ahead and use those dash attacks, push her off of the stage, and then keep putting on the pressure as best as he can and space it in a way where he wouldn't get shield grabbed or options like that. Once he starts closing in the space, you'll see him charge up that aura, cancel it into one of those up smashes, really exploit that light, floaty characteristic that Rosalina has.
Yeah, and that shuts down so many options for Rosalina itself without the Luma. And as he's going Greninja right here, he prefers this counter pick, which Ghoul took Critter last time.
Hey, and I can see it. I can see why, right?
Yes.
There are obviously some moments in this stage where that ceiling is very low. And think about how many up airs that we saw from Ghoul. But is he going to be having those up airs with Rosalina intact as well?
And Greninja too is another character that not as reliably but can clear Luma out pretty consistently. Ooh. And he's also got a lot of tools that can take advantage of those ceilings as well, especially with the sweet spot up smash.
So let's see if he can maybe net one of those options. Right now, Gibus trying to go for a lot of these down throw follow-ups, but the fact that he hasn't addressed Luma is really coming back to haunt him as he manages to throw away that stock with that non-sweet spot of recovery.
Well, we'll see what he can do. I mean, it's still fairly early into the game. We're only a little bit under a minute, but Greninja also is a very slippery character. If he can zone himself pretty well and get this stock cleared, then he can put himself back in. He could control the pace of this game.
Yeah, I agree. Bit of footsies right now from both players. Gibus trying to really understand when he needs to start putting on the pressure. There, he had an opportunity to try to go for the up smash. Doesn't even need it as that aerial ends up clearing that stock down to one stock apiece, 31%. But Gibus so intent on making it back up, nearly nets a full comeback. But that finally allows him to take the lead.
Yeah, and he's really. This is, I think, where his moment to shine happens right now. Especially with the walk-offs, Greninja can really set up some interesting traps with down throw. Not particularly like guaranteed traps, but a lot of reads. They're clearing out the Luma right there. So we'll see what he can do right now.
He's definitely going to get some more utility from those grabs there. Luma was not there to defend. That was the one difference from the rest of the grabs in the set, was the fact that Luma in that case wasn't there to interrupt the attempted follow-up. And with no Luma there, he goes ahead, uses that up smash, the horizontal hitboxes come in, clash with him on the side, ends up working out really nicely. Very nicely.
Yeah, very, very nice adjustment.
All right, so XSplit just froze y'all. Apologies, we're going to have a little bit of downtime, but keep it locked on TLOC and keep pushing those refresh buttons. We'll be back with y'all momentarily.